welcome back, everyone. We've got Jennifer Noble here with us from the Discovery Center. How you doing this morning?
I'm great. I'm excited to be here.
I mean, we're excited to have you here. So we've got lots of cool little, gadgets and gizmos here on the table. But the thing is, you're telling me we can't just jump right into the science, right? We've got to do a little prep work. But in the meantime, while we're doing the prep work, we can talk a little bit about what's going on at the Discovery Center, wrapping up the year, and wanting to, send out the 2022 with a bang, right?
Yes. So we're doing a Ring in the New Year on December 31st. And if you want to get your kids to be able to celebrate with the New Year, but don't want to have them stay up until midnight or have plans that night or just don't want to stay up until midnight, we can do a countdown at the Discovery Center. We're going to be doing demos throughout the day, every 2 hours, just to be able to count down and celebrate ringing in the New Year. So, if you have nothing to do, Sheldon, then,
yeah. I think I might have some plans going on that day, but next year. Yeah, I'll be there for sure. So, got some cool experiments going on there.
Yes.
Of course, as always, the Discovery Center over Christmas break, those kids need something to do.
Yes.
You guys have got camps, science, fun, all good stuff.
It's been really great to watch all of the kids do different projects we've had in our classrooms and how much they've loved doing things from creating slime and the science behind it, but we've also had kids doing biomes projects and different just experiments about learning about winter science and general science throughout the day. So it's been a good time all around. I love having all of our kids back in the Discovery Center.
Yeah, that's super exciting for sure. So speaking of science experiments and everything, I see lots of things that have moving parts.
Yes.
We had some liquid nitrogen there in our tease shot. What have we got going on this morning?
So, this is our doer, and it's filled with something called liquid nitrogen. Nitrogen is actually really, really common in the gas that surrounds us. So it takes up 78% of the air in this room. So it's just in a gas form, but it's really hard to get it into liquid form. It has to be negative 321 degrees in order to be a liquid. So it's very cold. If I were to stick my hand in here and leave it, it would turn to a solid, and you could knock it on something and it would shatter. It's not as
Doesn't sound like a good time. I will say, that temperature though feels like it was about that cold just a week ago. It felt like, not quite that cold, but it felt like it. It was very chilly.
Yes, it was. So what we're going to do is we're going to put liquid nitrogen into this little flask here, and because it's so cold and we don't keep that temperature in the room, so we can live, then it will start to turn to a gas really quickly. So I'm going to have you do a scoop and pour it into this flask right here.
Okay. Pour just a little bit in there?
Yeah, about 1.5 inches.
All right. See, or it already all evaporated.
Yes, exactly. It's turning to a gas.
So we need a little bit more.
Yes.
All right, here we go. I got some more that time. So we'll get about 1.5 inches in there.
So this is going to be a lot different than wearing your safety with fire. You're going to wear gloves and things to prevent it from burning. But if I were to get this in my gloves, it would actually burn my hands a lot more quickly than if I don't wear gloves. So it evaporates close to my hand and has something to do with something called the Leidenfrost effect. So there's a little safety tip for you there.
There we go.
So we're going to cap it off, and we're going to put this string on. And as this liquid nitrogen starts to evaporate, it's going to build up pressure. It wants to escape. And so it's going to start, the goal is for it to get to start spitting, but maybe we need to add a little bit more.
Okay, then add enough in there?
Yeah, let's build up a little bit more.
Okay. Got some ready to go here.
Okay.
Okay, we'll try to get it in there.
Sweet. All right.
All right.
Okay.
That sounds nice and pressurized.
Exactly. That's right. We're going to get it going. And then once it starts building up that pressure, it's going to start spinning. And it's going to start pushing at opposite sides of this. This was an invention created in the 1st century by a guy named Hero. And his invention sparked basically our industrial revolution as we started creating steam engines, kind of similar to this guy. So I've got some hot water underneath this one, and I just tapped it because it's got this pump at the bottom, and it heated up the air in this bottom one, and so it'll start changing the pressure in that little little cavity there and start pushing it up and down all by itself, just based off of the temperature difference.
Which is very neat. It's just amazing that just, hot water can make all the difference like that. I mean, you can still see kind of coming out of that little tube there. You can see some of the steam shooting out of those tubes right there. So, I mean, it's amazing, extremely cold, extremely hot.
Yes.
And you can start to make things happen.
Exactly. So, I mean, some things happen more exciting than others, but this was a Christmas gift for my husband, so I was pretty excited to show it off because he knows how much I like science.
Well, there you go.
So something fun. You can actually create something like this at home just with some steamed water, but you've got to be really careful as you try it out and don't do it at home by yourself or without an adult. So in some bottles, you can poke holes in bottles and it'll create the same effect.
So very cool. Awesome.
But
well, thanks for showing us this today.
Absolutely.
And one more time, where can people find more information about the Discovery Center?
You can find out information about our science experiments and or classes that we have going on or camps or events all on our website at dhdc.org and our social media pages. We post things on Facebook or Instagram and just keep an eye on what we've got going on.
Right. So. Awesome. Well, thank you for coming and have a Happy New Year.
Absolutely. Happy New Year to you too, Sheldon.
Right. Thank you very much. Well, when we come back here in just a little bit, I've got your latest edition of the Dog Walking Forecast, as well as lots of fun here on Second Cup.